Welcome to the 41 and Done podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the 41 and Done podcast. I'm your host, Dan Hill, and after 41 plus years on this earth, I have reached my final form. Done. Done with the nonsense, done with the trends, done pretending that everyday stuff does not annoy me. Each week, I am going to persuade you to see the world through my unhinged view. If that sounds like something that you're interested in, let's go. Plus, you're going to hear TV, film reviews, and general life updates. Make absolutely sure that you follow me on Instagram at 41 and Done podcast. Make sure that you email 41 and Done podcast at gmail.com. You can listen to this podcast virtually anywhere podcasts are available, mainly Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Amazon Music. And if you're into it, you want to watch me do my thing, you can subscribe to the YouTube at 41 and Done. How we doing this week? A lot has been going on, but as of late, I've been watching a lot of NFL playoffs and NBA basketball, and I wanted to share with you all this week that I, Dan Hill, am 41 and done with team loyalty. I'm done with it in general. Team loyalty is stupid, and I'm going to tell you why. Been watching a lot of NFL, playoffs, Rams, a lot of teams playing this weekend. It is game time in the NFL, and we're approaching the Super Bowl. This time of year always spawns a lot of people coming at me on Instagram and Facebook or wherever I'm posting saying, "Oh, Dan, you have no team loyalty. Last week you're in a Ravens shirt. This week you're in a Rams shirt. Next week, who's it going to be? What are you doing?" Dude, I'm having fun. All right. We no longer as fans need to be loyal to these teams. I'm not beholden to anybody, not beholden to any team. So a lot of you will argue with me and say, "Oh, well, Dan, you're from DC. I know you from high school. I know you from elementary school. I know you from college. You're a big time Commanders fan, Redskins fan. That's all you can be." People think that because you were born somewhere, those are the teams that you have to love for the rest of your life. And I'm here to tell you, that ain't true, man. That is not true. You need to absolutely ditch that way of thinking. Do you know why? Because the players aren't even as loyal as you are. Most of you, I bet, picked the teams that you love today because of where you lived. What city you lived closest to, what your family loved, what your family watched, who your dad or your mom or your cousin or your brother grew up watching. They pass those teams on to you. And then you go, okay, those are my teams. I love those teams. So you buy all the merch. You buy the shirts. You buy the hats. Your house is flooded with it. Every playoffs, you got something in the yard that says, go team, go wherever. Okay? And you really think that team that you liked while you were a child because you just picked it or because your parents picked it is your team forever is absolutely insane. What if I told you you could like a lot of teams? You could like all the teams for any variety of reasons. It's that simple. And you'll be 10 times happier. I promise you. Because guess what? I always say it. You need to always have a dog in the fight. Because then the watching experience is fun. Take me, for example. I grew up in Columbia, Maryland, and I was born in Washington, D.C. I was born in 1982, and the home teams then were the Orioles, the Washington Bullets, who are now the Washington Wizards, and the Washington Redskins then. They are now the Washington Commanders. Okay? Those were my teams. That's it. So am I locked in on that just because that's where I was born? A lot of you will say yes. The answer is fuck no, I'm not locked into that. Why? Why? Because I liked them when I was a kid? There's tons of stuff that I liked when I was a kid that I don't like now. Tons of shit. Why does it have to be a team? Why do I have to like this team anymore? Tell me. There's no reason. There's absolutely no reason. You say, oh, well, you need to be loyal. You need to be diehard. Why? The players aren't diehard. The owners aren't diehard. Do you know how many championships those teams that I just mentioned have won since I've been that child? It's been the Commanders. I think it's 2 or 3 championships in 43 years between all of those 3 teams. That's really terrible. That's really terrible. And if those are the only teams that I'm allowed to like and cheer for, I'm selling myself short of entertainment. Like, let's say you move, like I did. I moved to Los Angeles. Okay? I'm not allowed to like any team in Los Angeles. Now I live here. When can I switch? Is there a handbook? How many years must I live in LA before I can switch? The answer is none. It doesn't fucking matter. All that matters is that you have fun while you're enjoying the sport. Okay? Look. Now I like the Rams. Okay? I'll always love the Wizards. I will always, for whatever reason, I love the Bullets growing up, and they changed their name to the Wizards, and I will just always love the Wizards. They are my lovable loser team, and I hope that one day they win a championship. But you know what? It's just like food, you know? Like, if the Wizards are cheeseburgers, I love cheeseburgers. Cheeseburgers are great. But there's other food out there that's also great. And I would like to eat that food too. For instance, I love watching the Golden State Warriors. They're fun to watch. I love Steph Curry, man. That dude is electric. And it's fun to watch him. It's fun to cheer for him. And guess what? As fans, as a lover of the sport, as a lover of the NBA, it's brands of basketball that I enjoy watching. Like I liked the way the Golden State Warriors played basketball. They played it in a fun way. They shot a bunch of threes. They got crazy after they scored. Like Steph Curry takes insane shots from all over the court, and they go in, and it is really, really fun to watch. Why would I deprive myself of enjoying that and being like, oh, no, fuck Steph Curry. Fuck Steph Curry. I love the Wizards. Turn this shit off. No, man. No. I'm going to like them. I'm going to cheer for them when they win. I might buy a shirt if they go to a championship, and that is all right. Look, I grew up, I've been to maybe, I'll be generous, I've been to maybe 5 Orioles games my entire life, and if you asked 7-year-old Dan who his favorite baseball team was, he'd tell you the Orioles, and he'd tell you Cal Ripken. It was his favorite player. Well, guess what? Cal Ripken don't play anymore, and I live in Los Angeles. I don't get to watch Orioles games. You know? I allowed myself to enjoy the Dodgers and go to Dodgers games. I'm 43 now. I've been to more Dodgers games than I've been to Orioles games. Am I not allowed to like the Dodgers? No, man. No. If the Orioles one day win a championship, I'll be happy for them. But I'm going to enjoy the Dodgers. And boy, is it fun. Boy, is it cool to be a fan of a team that is determined to win. Which is another point that I would like to make. Not every franchise, this is what you don't know as a child growing up. Not every franchise is in it to win it. Meaning the ownership groups that own these teams, they're not even trying to win. That's the whole point of being a fan, is to cheer your team on to win a championship. Now, I've done some research here, and this shit tracks. We as fans are more loyal to these teams than the fucking players. How does that make sense? Make it make sense. Check out these stats. Here's a comparison across all of the big leagues, okay? Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, NHL, and I threw in European football, also known as soccer in the U.S. Didn't want to leave out anybody. But look at this. The average years that a player stays with the same team in the NFL is 3 to 4 years. That average in the NBA is 4 to 5 years. The average in the NHL is 5 years. The average in Major League Baseball is 5 to 6 years. And the average in European soccer, football, is 3 to 4 years. So look, all of these leagues, all these commissioners, all the people running the show, they are selling you merchandise of these players. We're supposed to buy these players' jerseys, support these players, love these players. They're selling these players to us. We are buying tickets to see these players. And these players leave in 3 to 4 years or 4 to 5 years. What are we supposed to do? Oh, just stick with this team even though my favorite player is gone? No. They sell us this player, so we're rooting for the players. We as fans should be able to move around just like these players move around. Look, if a team that you love has been horrible for 10 years, mentally, in your mind, look at that team and say, what have you done for me lately? Huh? Why am I wasting my Sunday or my evening watching this trash? What am I doing? If you put on the same TV show that you hate for 10 years over and over again, people would be like, dude, you hate this show. Why are you watching it? You'd be insane. What's the difference with the team that sucks, that you get mad at every Sunday? You throw the remote at the TV every Sunday because they lose. They're losers. You're like, oh no, I love them. I love the Raiders. I just love them. I'm going to stay with them. You're being a fucking idiot. Bounce. The players bounce in 3 to 4 years. You bounce. Find another team. Have fun on Sunday. It's great. Dude, when the Rams went on that playoff run recently, it was amazing. And they won the Super Bowl when they got Matthew Stafford. That was so crazy as an adult to be in the city and experience a team just catching fire and winning the Super Bowl. I have never felt that feeling as an adult. It was great. And I allowed myself to cheer for that team and root for that team and have a great time. And I fucking did. But am I going to be a sourpuss and say, Dan, am I going to deprive myself of that because I used to be a big-time Commanders fan? No, dude, I'm not doing it anymore. Because all the players that I loved on that team in 1991 are gone. They're not playing there. What have they done for me lately? Not much. I mean, now they have Jaden Daniels, so I check in on them every now and then, and I want them to win. I would love for them to win. I went to a game with my buddy Jason, and we saw them beat the shit out of the Chargers. And it was a great experience. It was a great time. But I'm good. I'm going to bounce, though. I'm going to bounce, and I'm going to go back to watching the Rams because they're in the playoffs. Does that make me a bandwagoner? You fucking bandwagoner. Fuck you, dude. You like two teams? Yeah, I sure do. I love the sport, and I'm having a great time. That's the key here. I'm having a good time. You need to allow yourself to have a good time, too. As fans, we pay the price of loyalty. We have to buy tickets. We have to buy merchandise. We have to buy jerseys. We have to defend ownership decisions online to internet trolls. We have to stick through rebuilding years and all kinds of bullshit. And the teams, meanwhile, they raise prices every year. They have tank seasons where they're trying to be bad so that they get a better draft pick in the next season. They trade stars for future assets. Like, what are you supposed to do? I freaking love Gilbert Arenas. That was awesome when Gilbert was Gilbert on the Wizards. That was a great time. And then they traded him. What am I supposed to do? Teams even relocate cities. You think everyone in Cleveland came over and was like, hey, I'm a Ravens fan now because the Browns moved to Baltimore? No, man. They're without a team. So guess what? Another Browns pops up. And you go, okay, well, I like these Browns again. It's crazy. It's insane. People did switch, too. When the Ravens came over to Baltimore, there was a lot of switching going on. That whole state, Maryland and D.C., were Redskins fans. And then it started to happen in high school. Freaking little Vinny Testaverde jerseys started trickling into school. And people were like, I love Baltimore. Everyone jumped ship. So many people jumped ship. They're like, now's our chance. Baltimore as a team. They did it. But back to the rebuilding thing, man. They call it a rebuild. I call it a subscription fee with no guaranteed content. That's bullshit. You gonna sit through a rebuild? No. Bounce. Find a comfort team. I love the Wizards, but they're not gonna get me through an NBA season just watching Wizards games. I will gouge my own eyes out. I gotta have comfort teams. Houston, Golden State, OKC is super fun to watch. Minnesota's fun to watch. I like all of those teams. They're great. I'll throw it on and I'm going to have a good time. Guys, the loyalty math does not add up here. The average player stays on a team for 3 to 5 years, like I said. And the average fan stays with a team for 30 to 50 years. What are we doing? You're wasting your life watching this trash. Fans of teams are the only people asked to commit to a team for life. That's just crazy to me. That is absolutely crazy. Owners of teams aren't fans of teams that long. General managers, coaches, it's a carousel. Why can't we be a carousel? Here's another thing that you don't think about when you're a kid and you're loyal to a team like the Cleveland Browns or the Miami Marlins or the Sacramento Kings. It's that not all these ownership groups are in it to win it. Meaning these franchises are there just to entertain you, not to ever win. And as a young fan, as a kid, you are cheering on a team that could maybe never, ever win. Why? Because the ownership group is not there to win. They're there to make a profit. They're there to make a return on investment. Okay? So I did some research. I looked it up. Only about 15 to 25% of ownership groups are truly in it to win it. Meaning ownership groups that overspend on talent or accept short-term losses for long-term titles. Hire the expensive coach. buy the expensive player. There's not many teams that are doing that year after year after year. If you're a fan of a team that is doing that, that's great because you're going to have a lot of fun cheering on that team every year. They're teams that are actively trying to win all the time. The Lakers, the Yankees, the Dodgers. These are all examples of teams that are desperately trying to win. But look, there's ownership groups that are just there to sell tickets, get you in those seats, sell food. They buy cheap players. If they're good, great. If they're not, if they become overpriced, then they sell them. They trade them. You know, that's not fun. It's not fun for anybody. It's time to stop bad-mouthing bandwagoners. We're just smart. It's time to start bad-mouthing loyal fans. You're wasting your time. I'm not a fair weather fan. I'm a well-informed one. I'm fun too. I'm a fan for hire. I will share your team's stuff all across social media. I will make videos. I will cheer. I will get hyped. I will boost you up. I will raise you up. I will sing praises. I will alienate people with my fandom. But it's conditional now. You can't just be a team that's losing every year and expect Dan Hill to be in your corner. No, man, I want to have fun, man. I'm 43. I'm trying to see championships. I'm trying to root for teams that are trying to win every single year. I want to be in the hunt every year. And if you're not doing that for me, looks like I got to buy another jersey. So look, I think I made the case, man. You're wasting your time if you're loyal to one team per sport. Get in there, mix it up. What do you like? Who are you? Who makes you feel good? Who's a good philanthropist, player? Who's doing good things in the community? Start rooting for them. You know? What colors? What's your favorite color? What makes your eyes pop? Is it a Kings jersey? Is it a Lakers jersey? Is it a Dodgers jersey? Is it a Ravens? Who knows? Check them out. It's also fun to get caught up in a team doing well, you know? Team gets hot and everyone's about them. Like, remember the Damar Hamlin injury where he almost died on the field and then the team galvanized around him and made a playoff run? That was special, dude. I wanted to be a part of that. I bought a fucking Bills shirt like the next day. And I was like, let's go Bills. It's that kind of stuff, man. It's fun. So I want to know what you think. Am I full of shit? Am I just the stupidest fan ever who's just a fan mercenary for hire? Do I have it wrong? Let me know. Hit me up. 41anddonepodcast@gmail.com, or just hit me up in the comments of any of the videos that I post on Instagram or YouTube. At 41anddone podcast on Instagram and at 41anddone on YouTube. That's it. I'm done with team loyalty. Done with it. All right, gang, we're going to shoot the shit for a little bit here. It's a new year. It's January. It's mid-January. I guess I've run out of time to tell everybody Happy New Year, according to Curb Your Enthusiasm and Larry David. But I'm going to say it anyways, man, because I don't give a fuck. Happy New Year. Christmas was great. Went back with my family and got to hang out with all the fam. My mother turned 80. Happy birthday, Mom. You're never going to watch this or listen to it, but happy birthday. And then we went to my wife's families in Ocean City, Maryland. That was a good time. I stayed true to my word. I didn't get into any arguments with family or any debates or anything like that. I just ate. I ate a lot and I drank a lot and I gained a ton of weight, partially because of how amazing East Coast gas station food is. If you're in California watching this or listening to this, you don't understand. Okay? There's a place called Wawa, and there's a place called Sheetz. Sheetz with a Z. And they have really both bridged the gap between restaurant food and fast food and gas station. It's amazing the quality of food that you can get at these places on made to order touch screens, and the efficiency is outrageous. I don't know how anyone back east is not 400 pounds. Because, I mean, I could exclusively eat at Wawa. You can. You could have every meal at Wawa. The food is amazing. The subs are amazing. That's one thing that I absolutely adore and miss about the East Coast. We don't really have that out west. I mean, we've got like truck stops like Love's or but they're few and far between. Circle K doesn't have it like that. AM PM doesn't have it like that. Like, I'm not buying a cheesesteak from AM PM. Hell no. Hell no. Absolutely not. They got it like that though. They got it. But yeah, it was great, man. I got tattoos. Got a nice little zebra tattoo with my sister-in-law, Brittany, of a zebra. A little impromptu. We always typically we don't always, but two times now we've gotten tattoos around the holidays, and it has become one of my favorite Christmas traditions. So hopefully me and Britt can keep that going. So I still got space. I'm ready for more already. Why the zebra, you ask? Oh, well, it's because I'm part black and part white, and zebras are black with white stripes. I asked ChatGPT for some zebra lore just in the event. Someone was like, why did you get a zebra? What's the meaning behind the zebra tattoo? Zebras represent balance and duality. They're famous for their black and white stripes, symbolizing the balance between opposites, light and dark, logic and emotion, order and chaos, and they're often read as a reminder that both sides can coexist. Okay, that sounds like something I want on my body forever. Individuality and authenticity. No two zebras have the same stripe pattern. That makes them a strong symbol of being unapologetically yourself, standing out without trying to blend in, even when surrounded by others. Boom. I love it. I love it. I love that. Adaptability and survival. Zebras thrive in harsh environments. They often symbolize resilience, adaptability, and calm persistence, especially when navigating challenging and unpredictable situations. Dude, this is the best tattoo of all time, in my opinion. Reading all that, why don't you have a zebra tattoo? But it was cool. I loved getting that tattoo. It's good times. It's wild how quickly people start to talk shit about the new year. Like, you see it in posts, you see it in jest. They'll say like, all right, I've finished my 7-day free trial of 2026 and I am ready to cancel. Or like some celebrity dies and they're like, all right, fuck this. 2026 is over. This is the worst already. Fuck it. Stupid, man. It's stupid. It's just a year. Celebrities will die every year. Months will suck in 2026, 100%. But talking trash about 2026 as a millennial is the equivalent of boomers like talking about the weather every day. All right? It's the same dumb bullshit of like, well, it's going to be a little hot today, and then next week it's going to come down a little bit. Yeah, cool. Every year kind of sucks. There's going to be some shit that sucks about it. But, I mean, we're not even that far into 2026. Don't write it off yet. Don't do it. Don't be that guy. Don't be that girl. Don't be that person. God, the kids haven't finally went back to school. That's been great because they were off like, I don't know, what, 3, maybe even 4 weeks they were out of school. They were mangy. They were reverting back to being, feral, wild animals. They were bad. It's good that they're back in school. We're getting our sanity back. That first week back to work was tough, man. I was dragging hardcore after being off for so long and having that vacation. I was crashing at like 3:00, just sucking down coffees, trying to keep it together. This week was a little better, but we're getting there. We're getting in. We're gonna do our best, man. Do our best and forget the rest, like P90X. I've got Miami Marathon coming up on the 25th, so send me some good vibes. I've been trying to train, trying to do my thing. It's not really working out that great, but you know what? We're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna do it. We're gonna go to Miami. We're gonna have a good time. And we're going to run this fucking half marathon. Then we're going to get a medal and I'm going to drink some beer. Probably have some Oreos on my dad's couch. It'll be a good time. Taking a while to get down the tree. There's no motivation anymore to like putting up this stuff is fun because there's motivation. It's Christmas time. Like you put the stuff up and then Christmas is going to happen. Your kids are going to be happy. The house is decorated and it looks nice. But taking it down is just like, fuck, we got to take this down and put it away and take it away. There's just no motivation for that, dude. But we got the tree. The tree is down. It's difficult, man. It is difficult. I don't know if you saw this, but I got the shirt. I got the Boom Shakalaka Airbud shirt. And I love it. You were all right. Life is too short. Buy the shirt. I bought the shirt, baby. Bought that. All right, I'm done.
And now for What You Watching?
I have watched a lot of stuff, starting off with one that had eluded me for a long time, Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another. Now, if you know anything about me, you know that Leonardo DiCaprio is one of my favorite actors of all time. I think that he can do no wrong. Every movie that man is in, whether it's good or whether it's bad, it is not Leonardo DiCaprio's fault. He delivers in everything that he does. Just a great, stellar performance from him, man. You believe him. Anytime he steps on screen, you believe Leo. It does not matter what role it is. He's the guy, man. I don't think there's going to be another Leo, dude. But he is something special, man. He's so good. Benicio del Toro in this film is, I feel like his role is small, but he's so impactful as far as the tone. Is that weird to say? Like he sets like a comedic tone to this movie, and but not taking away from the intensity of the movie, because it is intense. There are some beautiful, really beautiful car chases in this movie. Great shots, dude. Like Sean Penn in this film, he's good, but man, he is creepy. He's a creepy son bitch in this movie. I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great film. I've been hearing so much about this show that I had to check it out for myself. And on my buddy Devin's recommendation, I threw it on, man. I watched Heated Rivalry. I saw episodes 1 and 2, and holy shit, that was intense. I thought it was cool, man. I think it's a good love story, and I think it's a story worth telling. I like how raw it is. Like, the sex scenes are intense. I mean, one thing that really was crazy was how quick these blowjobs were. Those are the fastest blowjobs I've ever seen. Like, from start to completion. Like, what's going on? I guess you can't make a blowjob scene the full length, but like, they didn't cut away, you know? Like, I guess normally if you'd shoot a blowjob, you would shoot like the start of it and then like start chopping around the sex scene and cut, and then it's over. But in this one, like, they're not really cutting, and like, they started and then finished, and that was pretty quick. You might want to work on that. But it's an interesting premise. Two rival professional hockey players are, starting out in this league, and they start, kind of eyeing each other up, flirting with each other, and they end up getting to business pretty quickly. And I can only imagine what happens after episode 2, but it's wild. It's worth watching, and I'm glad it's out there. I think it's important that we showcase a gay love story. I think it's important that a gay love story on TV is in pop culture. It's not fringe. It should be well represented in our media, in TV and in film, because it's a part of life. And art imitates life, and to not tell this story wouldn't be a reflection of what life is today. Now, I know I'm probably going to get made fun of for this one or ridiculed, but I was running on the treadmill one day at the gym, and I was, for whatever reason, I was like, dude, I got to just throw on a show or something. So I'd never watched it before. I was like, I want to watch something, but I want it to be good. I wanted to know that it's good before I try it, because I'm on a treadmill, I'm working out, and I was like, you know what? Everyone tells me that Band of Brothers is great, so I'm going to put on Band of Brothers. So I watched the entire first episode of Band of Brothers on a treadmill on my phone, and holy shit, am I late to the party. Band of Brothers is fucking awesome. It is so good. I don't think I've ever seen David Schwimmer, Ross Geller from Friends, in anything. I just didn't know he had the chops like that. He's great in it. He's so fucking good. Everyone in this show is good. I just had no idea that all of these stars are in this show. Scott Grimes, Matthew Leach, Damian Lewis, Simon Pegg, David Schwimmer, Ron Livingston. It's just a really gripping, gritty World War II show that just details the war and the brotherhood between soldiers in World War II. I mean, in my defense, this came out in 2001 when I was in college. I was not watching HBO in college. I wasn't watching much of anything in college. I was either drinking or in class, mainly drinking. So if you're like me and you missed Band of Brothers, it's still amazing. The cinematography is awesome. The story's great. The dialogue between characters is amazing. The action's fantastic. Watch Band of Brothers. I forget why, but for some reason I was like, dude, I want to watch. I think I got the Three's Company theme song in my head, and I was like, I wonder if Three's Company is streaming anywhere. And lo and behold, it is. It's streaming on Peacock, the entire series. And Jenny hadn't watched it she's only seen a couple episodes, and I was like, oh, we got to watch Three's Company. Three's Company is the shit. John Ritter, Joyce DeWitt, and Suzanne Summers, their chemistry on screen is so great. It's such a funny premise. It's such a well-written show. I mean, the tagline on IMDb is the misadventures of two women and one man living in one apartment and their neighbors. I feel like that doesn't do it justice at all, but it's absolutely hilarious. There's an ongoing family gag that my cousins believe that I look like or resemble Mr. Roper, the landlord of the apartment or like the flat that Chrissy, Janet, and Jack Tripper are living in. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it, but like when I think of all-time great television shows from the 70s and 80s, Three's Company has got to be there. The jokes were still landing. It's really, really entertaining. Do yourself a favor, revisit it, watch Three's Company. I think that's it. I'm glad I got this all off my chest. Guys, if you are interested in hitting me up, if I've said anything that you want to comment on, please email the podcast, 41anddonepodcast@gmail.com, or hit me up on Instagram at 41anddonepodcast, or just comment on these videos on YouTube at 41andDone. And please subscribe, like, share this shit. I'm trying to build this up. Leave me a review if you haven't already. It helps. Thank you so much for listening or for watching. I'm done. Hey, check this out though. If you got through all of that and you're saying to yourself, dude, he's doing it all wrong, do it better then, bitch.
Thanks for listening to the 41 and Done podcast. We'll see you next time. You can follow the podcast on Instagram at 41 and Done podcast. Make sure you follow, like, and subscribe.
Bye-bye. See ya.